MOTSON actually outperformed Google and Opta in week 1. Let's start with accountability. 1 week in, MOTSON overall outperformed both Google and Opta, which is exactly what I built it to do. Trust the signal, not the crowd. Our biggest win was Man City away at Wolves. MOTSON backed City hard from day 1 and they delivered, in line with our long-held conviction that they bounce back quickly. Our biggest miss, though, was Leeds against Everton. We shaded Everton a bit too strongly. Leeds took control at home with a questionable penalty. But that's modeling. It's also football. Sometimes you get clarity early. Sometimes hindsight is sharper. We're not here to claim perfection. We're here to be open about where MOTSON adds value and where it still has work to do. Like after Everton's results, we've adjusted their relegation odds and we'll be watching them cleanly. The title race is narrowing, but the middle of the table is wide open. The heat map now gives the clearest view of the league's evolving shape. At the top, uncertainty is receding. City, Arsenal, Liverpool are pulling away with sharper consistency. What's interesting is the space left in the middle and the race for the 4th spot. It's completely open. There's no clear favorite, lots of upside, and risk for teams just below. At the bottom, though, the picture is very different. The relegation fight has widened dramatically after week 1. More clubs are being dragged into danger than we expected. It's not a bottom 3 puzzle anymore, it's a multi-team free-fall fight. MOTSON sees rooms for shifts across the board, from title to survival, positioning this season as one of the most open we've seen in years. Everyone was sleeping on City, though, and MOTSON wasn't. Let's talk title race subtleties. MOTSON did not see dramatic swings after week 1, but the big 3 clubs are nudging forward decisively. Remember, everyone was sleeping on City, but MOTSON backed them from day 1, and they look as well positioned as ever, losing a little bit to Arsenal and Liverpool, but not much. Arsenal's away win gave them early momentum, Liverpool paid steady, and City stays in the mix. Behind them, no one's closed the gap yet. That means climbing into this trio later will require consistency from August on, but also patience from their fans. The math backs it. The first points matter more than hype. It's a long season, but the early read from MOTSON is just that this is already turning into a 3-horse race. The top 4 race is already moving, and Spurs were the big winners in week 1. So now on to the Champions League race, where real movement is unfolding. Spurs' strong opening gave them a clear boost, while United's stumble against a superior opponent reversed a little bit of early confidence in their campaign. These shifts matter because tight margins define that top 4 battle. MOTSON sees it like changing lanes on a highway. You don't avoid traffic by sitting in the slow lane. Nudge now, you can buy a little bit of flexibility later. Establish yourself early and you can absorb the winter bumps. Right now, Spurs look like the smart mover, United still look vulnerable, and the rest are watching nervously. The battle is on, early results are already shaping the leaderboard. The relegation fight isn't 3 teams anymore, though. It's a full-blown dogfight. The relegation outlook changed fast. Burnley lost and remained in the thick of danger. Leeds and Sunderland both won, giving them some precious breathing room moving towards safety. Everton's loss pulled them deeper into trouble, though. MOTSON sees this bottom-of-the-table landscape shifting away from a simple 3-way trap. Instead, we're seeing a larger pack now inching closer and closer to the drop. Survival won't hinge on one big spark. It'll be about collecting steady points week by week. Direct matchups and consistency will matter more than headlines. We'll see that this weekend. We're already seeing signals that 6 or 7 clubs are in peril. MOTSON guide is simple. Don't sleep on the bottom half. This fight will be broader, nastier, and more unpredictable than most realize. Week 2 has everything. Heavy favorites, survival fights, and a blockbuster at St. James's Park. This week has a mix of near certainties, heavyweight clashes, and real hinge games. Arsenal versus Leeds is the headliner for me. MOTSON makes Arsenal an overwhelming 85% favorite, far higher than the other public models who think they're in the mid to low 70s. That's a hinge game for us. If Arsenal roll, we look calibrated. If not, we'll adjust. Manchester City versus Spurs is the second to the marquee clashes. MOTSON gives City about a 72% chance at home, strong but not invincible, tight against a very good Spurs team. A little nervous there, always nervous against Spurs though. We also have survival fights. Burnley versus Sunderland. That one's pretty even at 40-30-30. And then we're seeing Palace and Forest in sort of a mid-table decider at 42-28-29. Quality decisive events in August. Finally, we have Newcastle versus Liverpool. MOTSON gives Liverpool about a 50% chance. Tough, but winnable. Last week we saw Arsenal had the same-ish odds. When they went to Old Trafford, they got it done. Now it's Liverpool's turn for demanding away test. MOTSON's not here to overreact, it's here to calibrate. So that wraps up our week 1 update here. We outperformed Google and Opta overall, but the real story is context, not crowning moments. At the top, the title race may already be narrowing. In the middle, the 4th spot is completely open with a few favorites and a lot of chasers. At the bottom, the survival fight just got wider. Across the board, the narrative is one of movement, momentum, and emerging signals. MOTSON's promise remains calm, clear, calibrated. Tracking, no overreaction, just grounded insights. We'll keep watching, adapting, and surfacing the turning points that they happen. Watch the games this week. Join us next week. We'll layer in theta updates once we've built enough signal. Follow me on Threads. Follow me on GitHub. Follow me here. Click like, click subscribe. Smash all the buttons you can. Help support me. Help support this channel. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you after the games.